Alright, what's up, guys? We are back. We got a stream here before I go back to work tomorrow. Alright, let's see, where are we? If you recall the great data loss event I had last month or something, been converting all that stuff, writing all that stuff again, or putting it back in there. That was a terrible time, but we're pretty good. Alright, so as it stands now, we have tag team combat is just about done. Chop Suey needs some work, and survival mode needs to be added in its entirety. It shouldn't be too bad. A lot of the code can be ported directly from MK2. It should be good, and then it should be good. Turn it down a little bit. So, what I've been working on recently, which you guys haven't seen, is we fixed a lot of 2v2 stuff. We had some problems with Raiden's electricity. It would carry over to the second player, and that's been fixed. Also, the alternate palettes have been fixed, as you can see. Previously, they only worked on the first character sets, so player 1's primary character and player 2's primary character were the only ones that were actually changing. And the way it works in MK1 is they only run this check on player 2's selector thread. So it pretty much checks checks player 1's character, and if it's the same, then it changes the palette. It throws a flag and changes the palette, and then it loops through. It checks if that flag is still active. If it is, then it'll recheck to see if the characters are still the same ID. If not, then it'll assign the primary palette to player 2, since it's not the same character as player 1. Let's see if I can find that here. 2 store. Fighter select screen 2v2. Here he is. 2v2 fight animation alternate palette check. So this is what was written to fix that. And this just runs through player 2's process selector process. So all that's good. That's been fixed. Like I said, Raiden's electricity has been fixed. It no longer carries over to the secondary players. What else was there? I've done some more things. We can fix that. Have to carry over the palette for small. Tower portrait. Okay, so these two bugs have been fixed. Okay. At this point, I think 2v2 is. I'm gonna just play a little bit of 2v2 here. I'm gonna see if I can find any problems with it. So we'll double check the secondary palette for Scorpion, make sure it's still good. It is. He still retains the secondary palette. Chop Suey, it's not really. I don't know if it's even gonna stay on the main menu. It's more or less it was just like a fun thing to do for just doing all of the test your mites in a row. It was an idea I had to maybe have 2 people compete at chopping all of the materials as fast as they can, all in one go. So that's all that is. I'm not sure how I'm gonna implement that, or where I'm gonna implement it. But yeah, that's what that is, Gabriel. Y unit Vicento, no plans for Y units. It's because the way the process is done is the ROM is broken down and everything is related to its address in the ROM. So Y unit is, all the routines are going to be completely separate addresses and stuff like that. It's definitely possible, but it's like creating it for a second time. So now you see, okay, we got one problem there. Looks like a tag location came in at the wrong side of the screen. We can see 2v2 carries over into 1-player mode. And there it is. There's a bug. So let's find out that bug. Let's see if we can't fix that. Let's let the computer beat us and then try to replicate the bug. Oh, one more thing that was added or fixed. I should say adjusted, because in the original game, if you would have died to a sweep, or the round would be over to a sweep, you would your character would get back up. For instance, Scorpion just died to a sweep move. In the original game, he would get back up and then fall on his back long ways, and it was real weird looking. So I fixed that and prevented that from happening if they were to be swept in the last move when they ran out of health. Alright, you can see our... Oh, wait a minute. We have a fighter restore problem right there. Should have been Liu Kang. Alright, let's do this. Let's start this over and get a save state beforehand. And let's see what's going on. I think I know where it's at. Alright, so we got Cage and Sub-Zero. Let's see. Alright, so we had Cage and then Sub-Zero. Let's see. Let's make sure our... It's good on that match. Maybe it's just the second match that... As you can see, the health bars disappear, which I added that a little bit ago. We got Kano and Sub-Zero. Oof. Alright, so now we had, let's see, Kano and Sub-Zero. Still the same. Trying to see what triggered it last time because alright, so we should have Kano and Sonya there. And it's still the same, okay. Alright, let's see. We got Raiden and Kano. I'm going to guess that it may be dependent on what character is in the fight last. Is that what I wanted? Oh, you got me. Okay, so we had Kano and Raiden. Let's see at what point. Oh, do we have a... Huh. Okay. I thought I had a crash last time. I'm going to find out. Raiden was the last guy, so I'm going to try to work on Kano here and maybe get... there we go. That's what I want. I want Raiden to be last. So I want to see if this crashes... Yep, there it is. It is crash. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's see what's going on there. Alright, I need you to tag. There we go. I need you to tag, Raiden. I need you to be last. There we go. Alright, so we'll save that. Yep, there we go. Excellent. Excellent. So yeah, there's our crash. Okay. If I had to guess, we're probably looking at either kill opponent, flip up from ground. Okay, flip up from ground, Raiden. This is probably our crash point because we're trying to kill Raiden, and he's got a separate code when he gets off the ground. See F3. Alright, so that's Liu Kang. He should be falling down. That was odd. It didn't crash that time. Okay. Let's do this. I keep getting stuck on the spray point. Let's take that off. Okay, so yeah, there is the crash there. Alright, let's see. Let's do this. Okay. None of those spots. Opponent. Hey, what's up, Drew? What's up, Mike? How you guys doing? Oh, we got 2,500. Okay, that's good. Still initial fighters. Good. Let me do this. Okay, so alright, so we're at 105, 6B DO. Now I'm just going to track down the process that crashed, that's all. 6B DO, and that is 6202. 6B DO, 6202. What are we using for 6202? I feel like that is his lightning. Yeah, his body electricity. Okay, I think I know where this is going. There's a rebase I had to do for his electricity, his body electricity here. There we are. Let's see. Could it be the wind pose? Let's find out. So, Okay, so yeah, we do break here. So let's see what's going on here. So this is going to be 7,000. 3,000. This is the way they do. The way this particular thing checks for Raiden's electricity is kind of it cycles through all the processes and checks if there's any instances of it, but it does it in a really odd way. It doesn't do it the usual way that I normally see. It's probably just an old style of doing it with the older game, and they probably improved it as they went along to like MK2. But then again, MK2 never even had Raiden's body electricity, but I'm just speaking more or less searching for thread instances. One thread 2, 2000B. What was 2000B? Screen shake. Okay, that's not it. 2003, which was... That's blood, that's not it. $6202. Okay, so 6202. So this is a custom instance that was made when I rebased the body electricity processes. I had to do that because there can be up to 4 Raidens on the screen at once. And beforehand, they pretty much just dealt with, I think, 2005. And they use one instance of it, or the same instance for both, or the same instance ID for both instances, which didn't make a whole lot of sense why they would do that. But from there, they relied on the owner's instance ID, which would be 1 or 2, depending if it's player 1 or player 2, and then it went from there to check to see if it was needed or if it needed to be destroyed. So what I did was I put it as 6200 as the base, and added the owner's instance ID on top of it. So we'll have like 61 or 6201, 6202, 03, 04, you know, for each Raiden. So that's what that is. So we'll just go through this and see if there's a problem here in the code. Alright, so we're pulling the instance, it's comparing for 61 or 6201, a min and max range, and then from there, looks like I'm shoving AO into stack pointer, which AO looks to be the process location in memory of that body electricity. And from there, we're destroying the character segment, which is the body lightning. What I probably should do is check to see if this is even Raiden that's doing this one pose. That'll bypass this. I'm guessing we're gonna have a crash here because it's trying to destroy a character segment which might not exist. And that's 102.93.40. So let's see what's going here. And see, this is already dislocated from the whole chain of objects, because there's or it's the last object in line, which could be true. So the electricity graphic will also have an instance ID, and it's also 2005. Looks like our palette ID is 606, so right now it's going to remove that palette from palette list. And it's going to go through layers, and it's going to remove the object, which is in A0. So we're just going to come out of there. We're going to restore AO. And looks like we're going to jump to remove thread. The problem might be the thread might not exist since since it's been destroyed already. Let's see. 102, 6A40. So that does match. Okay, so this is going to make that process, the process that is the owner of the body electricity, go to a different location to execute F53, 3 TDO. And I think all that is just a process which destroys all the assets and stuff. And it's going to destroy the shadow. Okay, so this is the redirect for that process for the body electricity. We're going to see what happens here. That's the object. It's going to destroy it. And there's the problem right there. It's trying to destroy something that doesn't exist. Alright, so what we'll do here is let's see, so this is the win post check. This was added just because, let's see, I want to say this was at the character select screen. It had a problem with not removing it because of the new rebase instance setup. So what we'll do is we'll just check and see if it's actually a Raiden that's doing his win pose. If not, we can just skip this in its entirety. So it should actually jump to here. So what we'll do is just to test that theory, we'll go through and we'll find that 6202 again. And there it is. And what we'll do is we'll jump to PC equals FF84 OE30. That should jump right down here, and it should skip that whole destroy process. Seems like we have another check for it, so we're going to do the same thing again. 1002. Let's do this one. There we go. So, looks like the problem would be solved. Problem would be solved if we were to do that, so let's go ahead and find the best way to do that. One ultra wide mic. Super ultra wide. What's up, Drew? I think I said what's up already. I was reading Cesar's. What's up, Cesar? What's up, Michael? Good to see you guys. It's been a while since I've spoke to you guys, or actually saw you. Hopefully I get to see you guys in October. I got plans to come into Cincinnati. So hopefully all those plans stay together and we can have a nice Cincinnati Combat Classic, or Classic Combat. I forgot which way it was, but you know what I mean. Alright, so let's go in here. So at this point, let me see what do we have here. Let's take a look at the parent here. Let's go 105, 87, FO. And looks like we have a 2, which makes sense because Raiden is player 2. You know, the best thing to do for that, Michael, is to tell them way in advance. So they're well aware that you really want that that weekend off. I mean, but if you do that, you know, option B is out the window. You can't be sick that weekend if they don't give you the days off, because you know, they're gonna suspect something. So. Alright, so I gotta find out which is the best way to go about checking to make sure we have Raiden. Raiden is the winner, and also the Raiden, there could be 2 Raidens on screen. Also, the Raiden that is the winner is not the one on the ground that it's searching for. I feel like there's a really good way to do it. I'm just trying to remember. My whole rebase code here just how about Michael? I just pay you and Ryan. You'd be full-time testers. You guys stay at home, just test MK, and it'll be good. Alright, so let me see, 105, 1510, that's going to be the address for our player 2 objects and process structures. 102, 6840. 102, 6840, okay, so that is the structure. So we can do a round comparison. We can say if this is player 2 that won, actually, let me think about this here. So you can see all of the all the hooks here. This one nullifies the bioelectricity sprites when Raiden is doing his fatality. This one does the same when he is getting fatality. Not 100% on that description there, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. Take 6204. So if that, the problem is there, I see, is the fact that it's finding a 6202 when there's no lightning even active is might be the problem, but the electricity might just be running in the background and just not visible until fight stance. So we can't just kill it because it might not come back at that point. Alright, so just for, let me go and go back through here. I'll let Raiden win this. Okay, so this is going through the same code, but this is actually valid here, so this ain't gonna crash. But we're gonna jump the removal thread, and you should see why that's important for that to be there. FF80 OE30. See, it didn't have it. Okay. All right. So, so what we can do is we can probably go ahead and we can go ahead and check round when to see if Raiden won. But I keep going back to the scenario of what if there was what if Raiden just killed Raiden, and so we can't just go by character ID at that point. We have to rely on with these structures in here to let us know what state that they are in. So let's see if we can go to C10587FO, and let's see, offset. It should be like 200. Maybe we can get some kind of state from him. I think bit 6 checks to see if the character's dead, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think this is it right here. So 220, so we'll do, let's get that address here. Anybody notice with an update they changed the icon for the calculator? Just random thought there, but 8 to 810. So we have 0. Currently we have 0 for Raiden when he wins. Let's go in here and let's see what he's at now. So he's got 4 right now. All right, so right now he's got bit number 3 or bit number 2 set. So 2 equals dead? Question mark? You know what, I do have, let's see here. We do have some of this code figured out here in the 2v2 when we assign the dead status to the guy. So let's go find that. There we go. Let's see, 2v2, oh, not fighter select screen. We want kill opponent. Swear I had the bit set check going on somewhere in here for that. Yellow. That should be better. I was in an old Discord chat. Alright, so we're looking for the bit set check here. I thought it was 4, but this is looking like 3. Either way, we can do. We can just check. Looks to be bit 2. Let's see here. Man, I thought I had a better definition of those bits. I guess not. I know, let's see, 6 is, let's see. 4. 5, 6, okay, so let's do 7, there we go. 5, 6. So reptile is, 7 is not right. 6 is reptile. So basically, this 220 offset in the control structure gives us a little bit more information about our character. It's pretty much 8 flags you can toggle on and off because it just uses some bits. Actually, I guess it could be more than that. You can probably do, if it's 16 bits, yeah, you can probably do 16 bits. But yeah, 6 is reptile. I thought 4 was dead, maybe, but it looks like bit 2 is dead. So we'll go with that for now. We'll see what that does. I do know one thing for sure though. 0 equals alive and well. So we'll do that. We'll do. We'll move. Let's see. 220. Let's see, A1 is, I don't think we'll need A1. We can probably use A1. And then we'll do a bit check on that. And we wanted, what, 0, 1, 2? I think, yeah, 0, 1, 2, okay. And if it's not equal, we're gonna jump here because if it's not equal, well, that means our character's probably on the ground. In this state right here. So, just for shits, let's go over here and I'm gonna see something. I'm gonna check the bits when we are on. I'm gonna check his bits here on the win screen, on the win character select screen. 105, 15, 10, so we need 105, 4, 10, we got 105, 4 FBO. 105, 4 FBO, and then we'll do oops, wait a minute. Is that right? Yeah, 105, 4 FBO. For some reason I was thinking it was lower. 51 Dio. So he currently has 0 as well. So that'll work also on the choose your fighter screen. So we shouldn't have any problems there. I'm thinking this is redundant here because I think when it goes into this thread or this new location here, it removes the objects as well. But no worries, if there's no objects in the object list and it's trying to remove an object, we won't have a crash. We'll only have a crash if there's a thread that's missing that it's trying to remove. So we'll try that real fast. A 2004 update changed a lot of the Windows icons. I just got, the funny thing about that, Michael, is I just got the new web browser today, and this was a new update. It wasn't the icon update. I'll give it a run. I mean, it's all Chromium based, everything, the same thing as, you know, it's all the same thing as Chrome is built off of. Other than that, I don't know much difference between the two yet. We'll see. Hopefully, it's a less RAM consumption. That would be a winner in my book. Oh yeah, it is. Yep. I just now saw your next message here. Oh nice. Run Linux within Windows native leaf field and Windows 10 Pro. You know. Not sure. I think I got Pro. Oh, that's a little big. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Yep. I mean, if I were to run Linux, I haven't ran Linux in a long time. I done some. I think it was Ubuntu, and some other variants back in the day, but that's been a while ago. Alright, so let's see, that already edited it, so let's reload, let's build, and let's set up that scenario there where Raiden is the dead guy on the ground. And let's see if that fixes that crash. This is version 5.0.0230, and pretty much what happens when I do a build in the hex editor, it will increment this. So there's been 230 builds since that's been implemented. Gotta assume that would probably have the same results if it was one-on-one. Okay, that's good. We'll go back and test it, make sure it's the same way in 1 versus 1 that last game state as well. Alright, that looks good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a state save here. Our state load from the crash version. And I want to make it crash in 1v1 just to see if it was fixed. Or if the problem was apparent. I didn't see it in that one, so we're going to have to just set it up again just to make sure everything's good. Wait a minute. Did I just... What? Let me see that again. Something looked a little... did I not kill Sonya the first time? I swore I killed Sonya. There she is. She's dead, right? Let's see here. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Is it just a throw? Let me see. It is. It's just a throw. Okay, so let me write that down. Let's see. We'll move on to that next. Yeah, it's going to be a 2v2 category. So first, character deaths. Throw. Pairs and... I'm sorry. Second character death. Okay. First dead guy again. Okay, so we'll fix that after we make sure we have... Okay, so it looks like our electricity problem's fixed. I'm curious here. Let's try the throw thing on Raiden after we kill. Pretty sure it's gonna make Raiden come back in. Yeah, that's hilarious. She has no health. Okay, so the electricity problem's fixed. Let's get the throw fixed. I should already have a good setup for it. A save state should be good to go. All right, so that's our state. We should be good here. Alright, so this is going to be more in our 2v2 game mode, and it's probably going to be kill opponents. Actually, there's going to be a flip up from ground. It's probably going to be one of the... So that's... There's two different ones. There's one for Raiden, and there's one without Raiden, just because he uses a teleport to get back up. Oh, I can keep going. That's hilarious. Alright, so let's see. FO, 53 FO. It's not getting to this point before it actually flips in the next guy. Probably gonna be into the 2v2 flip-in parts. Okay, here we go. If you like it, then like it. Let's see. A mercy feature. Yeah, I was never really a fan of the mercy thing. It just seemed like at that point the franchise was just looking to just throw more into it. Alright, so we're not gonna do it in this routine here because this routine is being called 78. Here we go. Sure, health is 0. Health is 0. Decide what to do next. So let's see where we're branching off from here. Probably would be a good place to start. Alright. So we're going to check for 2v2. I'm going to grab the instance that is ending here, which is 2, which is Sonya. A funny channel, you know, I mean, I don't know. I got some dad jokes if you want some dad jokes. Appreciate that. For the most part, it's just some old school hacking of midway games, Mortal Kombat, hopefully some NFL Blitz soon, and some NBA hang time, stuff like that. Alright, so this is going to be our branch off here. We're checking the health of, let's see. Oh, I see. Player 1, health 2. Ah, okay, okay. So what's happening here is this health check here is backwards on throws. And, you know, that's something I noticed throughout all the MK games is when it comes to throws, they tend to have the structure flipped. They'll have, instead of the attacker structure in the registers, they'll have the person being thrown in the registers. So what we'll do is, let's see, 270 AO. Let's go back through here because I need some. See how this works. So we got that, and then let's get that breakpoint out of there. We don't need that breakpoint. Okay. Alright, so we have our game mode check. We have our instance. And our instance is, let's go see whose this is. We got 105, 7170 right now. 105, 1510. 1057CBO. Okay, so this has Sonia's structure in it right now. So what we can do is we can very easily just go in here and check the status of it and see if we have a bit that's triggered on throw 1057CBO. And let's go ahead and plus 227EDO is... Okay, so that's like... Let's see, we got 5. So they have a status of taking damage. That's pretty vague. So we can run with that, but I see a problem if we were to just to check for status damage, because what if the player that dies shot a projectile and hit the first player, and he's taking damage as well, and so that's going to throw our compares right out the window. Dealt with plenty of that stuff in MK2 2v2. Well, welcome, Eno. Okay, let's see. So we have to have a more concrete check here, because on throws we could. Let's see. Let's go back to our offsets and see. Okay, we can go to 200, which would be 7C90. Or 7ECO, I should say. And that actually, wait a minute, that's 200 control type. 7CBO. I think my offset here might be a little off. My offset is off. It's funny. So 200 would be 7EBO, and we would be looking at, okay, and 210 is floor level. Okay, so that makes better sense. So they have a move index of 0 when they're thrown on the ground, so that's not going to be helpful either. And 220 is 5, and 5 just for the sake of things. So 5 is okay. So, in a nutshell, what's happening is it's this compare here. This is where we check for health for the second player, the secondary player, I should say. And if he has health, then go ahead and flip him in. But the problem is when we're doing throws, this whole compare is inversed just because of the way that they did the throws in the game. So I have to find another value to check to see if it is a throw or not. So we can fetch the other player's health value. Yes. Yes, this hack is it works on emulators and also arcades machines. So let's see here. Okay. I wonder. Let me see here. I wonder if I got a Ramsey for something like this. Oh, 514 FO. Let's see, we can check situation. Which is, yeah, that could work. FFCE 95CO. Yeah, I don't like the way that's going to work either, though. It's not the best way. What's up, CM? How you doing? Having a great day. About 95 out, but it's an indoors type of day for me. Alright, I think we'll have to test this, Michael. When you guys get this, this is going to be a high test point here, but what I want you guys to try to do is it's going to be tough. I'm trying to think of the scenario where this would cause a bug. Is it possible for the winner to be hit by a projectile after he's done a throw? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. So we might be okay. Yeah, we might be okay. So in that case, 105, 6630. Okay, so it's 105, 6630 plus 220. We've got 850. Okay. So they're showing 5. I think we'll be all right. Let's 2v2, check if thrown, ending, we'll do that. Alright, so we want to preserve A0. A0 is obviously going to be our comparative. Let's see if we're player 1 or player 2. But what we want to do is we want to pull A13, not 20. We want, what was it, 220? 5? 850? Yeah. I'm going to pull 220, which is their character state is most likely what it is. It's just the bits for their state. So we'll put that into A1. Since A1 is going to be used down here, we can definitely use that. And it looks like 5. It's probably going to be, we don't have to do a bit check. It looks like we can just do a value check there. And to wrap that up, we'll have to kind of inverse this. So what we'll do is we'll grab this, we'll do that, get current health. We'll put that there because what we're going to do is we're going to move throw, invert health locations, and then there what we'll do is we will jump to check second health. Or check health second, that's what. Alright, so we added this here. Let's see, so we're going to get an instance, we're going to check and see if it's 2. And it's going to check to make sure it's 2 or less. If it's higher than 2, it's going to be a projectile structure, which could also end a match as well. Obviously it causes damage. And it's going to check and see if it's a throw. If it is a throw, we're going to load up same values, but our compare jump is going to be different. And that should do it. I feel like there's something I'm missing here though. Let's see. Crime health. Oh, you know what? This is gonna not be the. Hold on. Let's see. Oh no, we're good. Let's try it out. Let's try it out. Should be easily done. We'll just fire it up and. Just throw, use a throw move as the last move of the 2v2 and see if we're good. Alright, let's see what we got here. Okay. Okay. Just to go back through this, so let me just step through the code here and make sure everything looks good. Alright, we're going to check for 2v2 mode, and we're going to check to get the instance. It's good. We're going to jump that because it's not a projectile. Oh, so yeah, let me double check that with the projectile as well at the end. Then we're going to get the bit set. It's 5, so we know the character is being damaged. Which way a minute? That might not be good. Let me... Let's run back through this, something that wasn't a throw. Okay, so their bit is 11. So I get player 1 health in there. Okay, so that is correctly pulling in the right health location value, so that's good. Try a projectile. Alright, so that is a projectile, so it's recognizing that, and it's pulling in the actual owner of the projectile and grabbing his instance. And looks good, looks good. Alright, so that's good. I think it's good anyways. Trying different Alright, I think we're good there. So we'll move on to that. What was our next one? We have, okay, so let's get rid of that. I think one we have to do is we saw 2v2 versus, actually let's just put versus CPU on tower. Opponent IDs vary. Not sure why. I thought I saw it happen one time, but we'll just go ahead and we'll just play through and see what we find wrong. Alright, Sub-Zero and Sonya. Alright. Alright. So far, so good. Okay. Oh, and I did add a little variance to the CPU tag frequency. I made the harder difficulties tag more often. So as the difficulty increases, your difficulty setting, you will have more tag frequencies from the CPU. Okay, so we've got Scorpion and Sonya. I forgot to save it, but oh well, we'll just play through this other round again. Alright, so we have Scorpion and Kano this time. Oh, get some of that. Kano tagged right into that. Oh, well done. Oh, I hit a tag as soon as my guy died. This is interesting. I have no idea what that was. That was just bad timing, I guess. Let's see what's going on there. I'm gonna have him kill me, and then I'm gonna tag when I'm jumping in. I think that's what it caused. Try doing. I don't know if it's that was odd. I don't know. We'll have to look into that one, but it'd be hard to duplicate. Let's see. So as far as our IDs go, our fighters were the same. Ah, there's the other bug. Okay, that's the one. That's the one we're gonna chase down. Say we're in the corner over here. It looks like. Seems to happen in the corner when I'm tagging.
What's that? What's my bomb?
Yeah, that's it. So if I'm on the right side and they're in the corner, if I tag, I can. Yeah, let me save that state over there. I'm gonna try to. Oh wow, you see that? That one's hard to I mean, it's not that difficult, but it's become challenging to reproduce. Yeah, we definitely got to fix that one. Alright, so we have, let me put this in here, 2v2. Corner tags, sometimes, as players spawning wrong side of stage. Let's put that in there. Two v two, yeah, 2v2 is fun. Definitely fun, especially with the CPU. I think what I want to do, I think I want to tone down the tag frequency, because this is just normal, and I think they're tagging a little bit too much for the first or second fight, whichever one it is. Alright, so let's see here. Let's go 2v2. Where are we at here? Co-op start mode. There we go. Alright, CPU tags. Let's see. Here we are. Here's our frequency of tags. So there's two different difficulty. Well, there's one main difficulty setting, and then there's a scaling difficulty. Currently, it's set for just the main difficulty setting, which the tag frequency is going to be just static depending on what difficulty you have the game on. But what we might want to do is just scale up the tag frequency as well as our scaling difficulty increases too. So basically, the way this is going to work, it's going to grab a number. It's going to randomize a number, and this is going to be the maximum number that it can generate. And if it is 0, it's going to jump to check cooldown, which would proceed in a tag if the cooldown timer is over. But if it's not 0, it's going to jump back up. So this is ran like every tick of the game. So this is static. What we should probably do here is do something like we'll do a scaling, and what we'll do is we'll take some of these values here, and as we scale up our difficulty, we're going to subtract this value from it, and it's going to get us a much larger chance of having 0 and getting a tag. I want to say that goes up to 9. I want to say. Let's see here. Let me check that. So what we'll do here is we will get our difficulty there, and then here we'll get the difficulty scaling factor, and then we will subtract that from this value, and then that's going to determine our tag frequency. So as we climb the ladder, no matter what the difficulty is, the tag frequency will increase, just because you're getting up the ladder and it's going to be a little more difficult as you go up. So let's see, we have find this in RAM. I'm sure we've got it somewhere in here. There it is. So right now we are set to 1. And let's see. And just to check, we will go up to, where is our fight ladder position? We will call this, and our difficulty ramping, our scaling, I think is calculated off of our ladder position. So let's go straight to strength song and see what the maximum is. See what our maximum is going to be. 1A10. I want to say he's E. So right now you can see at 19 CO right here we have 0 as our difficulty ramping setting. But I put us at E for our ladder position. So let's see what that does. Alright, so 19 CO, we still have 0 as our difficulty ramping value. I thought that would have been calculated off the ladder, but it's like I'm wrong. Let's see. 19 CO. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and see when that's. Okay, so this is a calculation we have here. That resets our fight ladder. Okay. Alright, so this is just, it's got a breakpoint here because it's reading from the difficulty ramp value. It's basically just deciding what the CPU should do. Okay, so let's do this. Let's disable this watch point, and let's go to our next opponent and see how it decreases it or increases the ramping value, so we can know what to expect for our maximum value for our I don't think it's going to make a change here, but we'll see. Yeah, I didn't think so. Alright, so let's see what it does here after the match is over. Alright, so here's our calculation going on here. We're adding A1 to A0. And let's do this. Jump to runtime if not negative. So this is just a fail-safe check. Compare 9. Okay, so 9 is going to be the highest value. There it is right there. Difficulty ramp. So we know our array size is going to be 10. So we'll go back over here. And we'll do, since it ramps up here, we want the lowest to be subtracted. Actually, yeah, let's do this. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we don't need any of that. So we gotta keep in. We're going to bump our values up there, but this is just kind of okay. So the highest tag rate, that's what I'm going to go on, minus 90. Probably I want 40. Okay, so let's do that. We got Dio. Okay, so we'll just do. We'll do Dio, and then we'll go down from there. Actually, we'll go. So the higher the value here for our main tag frequency is going to be the longer, the higher the odds are against the CPU from tagging. So let's see, let's go. These are going to be really rough values right now because I'm not sure what to expect. So the easiest value, the easiest difficulty on match 1, you're going to have 150, 130. As you go up, it's going to subtract it. So on the easiest one, 150 minus 90, you're going to have the most of CO. Okay. So it's roughly about the first fight of the highest difficulty. Okay, we'll have to tweak those as we go along, but I like the idea. It's a lot better having a ramping tag frequency. And what was that? That was 105.19 CO. That is difficulty ramp. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll move ramp in A into A1, and we'll add the frequency scaling. Actually, slide left for H and A1, and then we'll add that frequency scaling array there, and we'll move that value into A1, and from there we will subtract A1 from AO, and then that's going to get our randomized number. It's going to set our maximum value here between 0 and one of these values, so, which is then subtracted by this value here. Alright. What's up, CM? Alright, so that's going to adjust our tag frequency depending on our difficulty and the scaling. Then we'll go back and we'll get the 2v2 tag, or the weird locational change on some corner tags. We'll get that done. Alright, so let's make this. We got errors here. Where's my error? Oh, there we go. I forgot to specify. There we go. Alright, let's build. Let's see what we got. So let's do a little test here. Let's turn frequency of, actually the difficulty on easy. I just want to see that. Just a tag frequency on easy mode. Good, man. Been on vacation. It's been like a sweltering week, but I mean, not bad. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's been alright, man. It's not bad. Let's our tag frequency here on the first match. Okay, so let's do 10519 CO, was it? Yeah, you see, it automatically looks like the minimum difficulty for frequency, or for scaling, is already at 4. So let's see what it's gonna tag frequency with it on. Alright, that's not bad. Frequency's not too much still, it's pretty good. We're had to do some CPU disabling of tagging when they're throwing. Looks like they have the ability to throw while they're tagging. Or they got the ability to tag while they're throwing. So, alright, so that's that. That's pretty good. So we'll let that go there, and check cooldown. Let's see. So what we'll do is that goes right into the player side of things. So what we'll do is we'll put a new one here, and we'll do CPU. Check moves before tagging. And so what we'll do is this will break every time they tag, like right now. Looks like Sub-Zero doesn't want to fight. Oh, wait a minute, he's gonna hit me with the projectile immediately as he tags. This is interesting. Let's see, 2 check cooldown. Oh, I see, okay. He's not actually tagging. I just found a nice bug here. So I can control the character after tags, because when the CPU tags, it's kind of jumping into a player area. So let's go ahead and fix that. Basically, it was going through the same process of checking input from the player. So if you do a directional control on the computer side, you would retain some control over it after the tag. All right, but we're gonna eliminate that because we're putting in a 2v2 routine right here. What we'll probably do is check the tag cooldown first, because that's going to be a requirement no matter if it's human or CPU playing. Okay, that should be alright. Let's see. A little away from microphone time there, but I'm back. So we were tracking down, for some reason, if you were to tag as player, or if the computer was tagging, if you were to hold the direction on that joystick of that side, you would retain some movement of the CPU. So that's what we're fixing now. Pretty big bug, I'd say. So I got a lot of feedback in my mic. I got a fan on, so let me know if it's too loud. Alright, should be good to test this out. Let's see what we got. From what I could see, the player status was still good. It was still as CPU, so I don't understand exactly why that was doing it, but I did change some stuff with some input checks. So I'll just hold an input here. Actually, it's holding the wrong side input. I had to hold the player 2 side. Much better. Trying to get the CPU tag. There we go. Just a double check, and that should be fixed. So basically, I took the control status check and I moved it up the chain a little bit because it was getting down here to the check input. So let's see, if it wasn't the computer, it would go down here and do. I should probably make sure those are good. And it's not. We do have a tag problem here for the human. Oh no, I don't. That's why. My first guy was dead. That's why. That makes sense. Okay, so I think we're good. I think we're good there. So okay, we fixed that. Did I have that marked down? No. Okay, that's good. Don't worry about it. We're all good. Alright, so we fixed that. I had more bugs than I thought in the 2v2, but it's been a while since I've had it tested, especially with some of the rewrite stuff, but smooth sailing so far as those bug fixes go. Hey, what's up, Megatron? How you been? We're just doing some 2v2 fixes here, specifically 2v2 versus computer, just tweaking some computer tag frequency stuff, and a few bugs I found We're going to fix another one now. It's going to be the locational bug, and I want to see if this has to work in player versus player. So we'll set it up and try to find the problem there, and so it's a little more controlled. So basically what I found, let's see if this will do it. No velocity stuff. Can never get enough of that velocity stuff. You gotta adjust and adjust and adjust. So that's next on the list. But I want to get that tag location thing fixed. Setting it up is probably going to be kind of difficult because it doesn't seem like it's easy to duplicate here. Actually, let me add a restriction to tags, because I don't think you should be able to tag when you're stumbling back in this position, as in Kano's stumbling. I feel like that you should not be able to tag on that. So let me go ahead and get his status here. 105 B890. So we've got BC90 would be the move index, and BCBO. So he's at 104. 104 is, it should be just a kick. He's probably still got the kick. Yeah, he's at the low kick, so that is not it. So BCBO has 11. So 11. Obviously the zero bit is, I think, just going to tell us it's player or computer as far as that state goes. So I got these as values here, but I should probably do bits. So we're at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 is, I believe, going to be a looks like control disabled state. So we'll do a bit set check on a check on bit 4. If it's true, then we're going to disable, because obviously we are being stumbled backwards. And just to check that, we'll check see BCBO, so that is 11. Let me double check my math here, but BCBO, okay, so he is in, he does have value 11. So this would change back to 11 if I, for instance, do a sub-zero. If I make him stumble backwards from punch Alright, so. Actually, that should not be a. Never mind. That would not be a control disabled state because you don't lose control when you're stumbling from punch recovery like that. I don't think so, anyways. Yeah, I mean you're already at big 5. Okay, this is getting interesting here. So if we go to, let's see, let's go to 5. Okay, so 0, 1, 2. No, 2 is not dead. 2 is taking damage. Control disabled. Okay, that's a little better. Alright, so let's do a, let's see, push back 4. Alright, so we'll go in here and alright, so let's see, let's do so I feel like the CPU check for throws before tagging should probably be universal. Like during human performing throws as well, so we'll all integrate that into one area. But we want to do the pushback bit on our character status. And let's see, let's go into, let's see where to put that at. Start check tag requirements. Check cooldown. Okay, cooldown's good. Check if it's a boss. Check if there's health left. You're not in winter. Check if character is not being damaged. Alright, so this is probably what we should update this, because this is just checking for standard values at the character status offset. When they're actually just 16 flags altogether, we can check various flags. Because these values are a combination of flags. Let's see, 4 is a pushback, 11. Alright, so let me double check this because I got an interesting value here of 11. Okay, that's something that's going to be hard to check because of the fact that it has the same flag set when you're normally attacking. What I can do is probably check the status of the route. Let's see. We can check the EO situation of it, I guess, and see. What I mean by that is the next. I'll explain in a minute. Let me try to get this here. Alright, so 105 BA 90 plus EO is the next routine we're going to jump to from the process of Kano. So he's stumbling back now. So it should show, let's see, 105 BA 90 plus EO, which would be BB 70. So we got FFC8 6A 20. So that's the callback to where it's going to. Still in the animation right now. So what we gotta do is we gotta track down the thread injection routine address, and that's gonna let us know if that thread is in our procedure. Then we are currently being forced to be pushed back. And that's, I think, how we're going to have to do it. Trying to get to the end of this animation here. Alright, so there's that. Let's go back in there and track that. Okay, so this is our pushback animation coming through. So the thread injected here looks to be, let's see, say BB70. Looks to be FFCD48FO. I think that's right. Yeah, so this is where FFCD48. So this is the exact entry point of the pushback, the knockback injection coming in right now. So that's gonna be the trick. We gotta make sure. Well, let's see. The problem is this is gonna change. The BB70, our EO offset in our player control structure, that's going to change, I think, when we start to do our animation. Because at any point during the animation, if we tag, we have to know if it's in that process or not. There's our velocity. Check for Goro, check for Shang Tsung. Looks like we have an option here. What was option 28? So I guess it doesn't make a difference right now, but calculate our animation address for the knockback for Kano. Then we're going to check character control type. Check bit set 0. It's going to check to see if it's a computer. It's going to set to C since it's not computer. And it's going to jump that. So it looks like the computer's going to get a move index of 200 into their 200 offset. Maybe they track the computer's pushbacks for some reason for their AI. Alright, so now we're going to animate, and this I think is where we're going to change and lose our FFCD48FO address for our pushback injection. And we're going to go into a delay. Yeah, so we're at FFC8 6820. That's going to make it really hard to track. What I can do is I can write a flag. But man, that's more juggling. I have to manage that flag, and if it's not turned off, it can cause issues with whatever we're using for that flag. Yeah, so that is, that's going to be hard to track. I can't track a pushback without a flag. There's no other way to do it. This is all just to disable tags from being pushed back. I think it's the best thing to do. It mitigates any any OP. What's up, Stan Smith? How you doing? It's good. Good Megatron. Oh, I'm killing you because you're still waiting for MK Plus. Is that right? I understand, man. It's been a lot going on lately. But still plugging away, so that's the important part. Alright, so I got an idea. If we do the flag pushback idea, you have to make sure it's cleared, and that's so what we'd have to do is we'd have to add the flag to being set true when we're going through this pushback right before the pushback animation, and then our global reset would probably be reset character. Because at any time within this animation it can be interrupted. So many possibilities. Now I'm thinking about the ways that it could be interrupted, and delaying maybe the clearing of the flag before it gets back to resetting character. Human process. But if it is interrupted, it just means that they're taking damage and they shouldn't be tagging anyways, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. Alright. Now, I think I actually have I had something like this already right here. I had this already into MK2, so it's a lot of finessing and massaging getting this game mode right, because there's a lot of A lot of little things like this that you don't you don't you know you don't bank on encountering, but I mean you gotta fix it, right? Alright, so let's store our flag in a position. This is where we'll store our custom game mode ID. Ram pushback flag. Okay. So. Alright, so if it's not equal, that means we've been pushed back. We are going to go to reset and go back and check tag requirements. So that takes care of that. So what we have to do now is we have to go in and set our flag reset. Which we're going to do. I'm going to set this up top. Actually, no. Let's go back down here. So we shouldn't need two flags. One flag should work for both characters because if one's being pushed back from a corner juggle, the other one's obviously in a damaged state anyways. And we should probably put that into velocities. Bye, Stan Smith. Thanks for stopping by. There's our bit check. 6 equals dead. So 7 equals reptile. Okay. Alright, so that did have that right. So 6 equals dead, 7 equals reptile. see, what do I want to put this at? Yeah, so there's our, okay. So I gotta be careful. I just noticed we have a couple jumps to the same locations here. Except that this one has a call here. Let's see what's going on here. Like some sprite stuff. So it's just changing the vertical location of our segments for Kano. Okay. Alright, so now we're gonna tie in our set flag. Let's see, 750. Okay, so I think we're good right about there. That's going to do. So you already have this FF80 5280. So let me find. Actually, let me do this. Let me go to. FF80 5280. Improved mechanics roundhouse, that's what that is, I believe. Yeah, so it's see all that ties together. It's really great having all of the these scripts all together because you can reference everything in one. Alright, so from there we'll do, let's see. AO is 503, so we'll do, okay. Set the pushback flag. And we'll do a return. So we'll do 2v2 pushback flag there. And we have to set a hook here, so let's go up here. FFCD 4C30, and we'll just call that there. That's going to set our flag. C4D30, okay, that's good. Alright, so the good news is this is going to work with computer as well, because we can hook right in, and the reset fighter routine, or I got it named reset character human routine, kind of branches off to do both human and computer, so we can put this right before that. We got FFCE 47EO. And our old bytes are and I. There's our old bytes. And we got pushback flag there. So this is already, AO should already be 0, so we don't have to do any of that. And we'll just do a simple call there, so we will be okay there. I had a weird glitch or bug that I had to fix yesterday. I had an extra fighter that would jump in just at the end of the match, and it was because I forgot to include original the replicated bytes there, so it was skipping the formatting area of the endurance player, character ID and RAM. Alright, so that should... Alright, so our pushback flag is set on the, right before the animation for the pushback, and it's cleared when we go to reset our human, or our fighter. good to check. There we go. That'll be easy. We do have an error. Where is it at? Do we really have an error though? How many Fs do I have? Oh, that's a problem. We don't need a bit. Duplicates. Okay. For C30, I do, huh? Duplicate hooks, I don't. I put that little check in there just to. Okay. Just so I wouldn't be chasing my tail, like for instance, I got 2 hooks here, one's writing this, then down the line it would write this, and it would just not work. So I wrote that little check in there just to make sure. So all we have to do is just remove this one because so what we'll do is we will put a little note here. Alright, that should be that. Okay, looks good. So if everything went well, we should not be able to tag when we're in a pushback in the corner. Alright. Actually, we did not get the pushback. We were too fast. Or actually, too slow to kick. Yep, that works. Wasn't able to tag. So as with most things, if you get a perfect tag, like for instance, if you tag before the foot connects, it's still possible to get your tag in, but just because you're before the knockback, which I'm okay with. It's alright. Better, better, better. What does Cage have Kano's throw sound? Wait a minute. Is that Sonya grunting, or I'm so confused on who they have. Yeah, it seems like that throw sound effect is way late. The grunts, like he should be grunting when he's picking them up and throwing them. He doesn't grunt until Sub-Zero hits the ground. It's the same throw sound effects. What's going on here, guys? Hey, what's up there, Victor? Yeah, just some 2v2 stuff. Fixing some 2v2 stuff and whatever else I find. Alright. Let's do this. There is a 2v2 character select screen fix I want to do. So what happens is just fighter segments that are interleaving and need to be addressed. Like for instance, you see Liu Kang's, see Johnny Cage's leg and Liu Kang's leg here. We've got some issues going on here, so we're gonna fix that. Should be easy. What we'll do is bam, bam. So we're going to fix that at our add character to screen routine. And what we'll do is we'll find out where our character is created. Actually, this is not the spot we want. We want to go... Let's check out this breakpoint here. I think this might be. Alright, so as long as we're not controlling A7, A9 is going to be. A2 BDFO. Oh. Alright, so what we have is I'm reusing the original fighter creation routine in the character select screen. So we might have to just make another hook just to adjust the hierarchy of the sprites, depending on if it's the first or second character, so they don't interleave like they were doing. What's up, Fortuna? Let's see. I think we're gonna be right. FF82 B8FO. Okay, select the initial characters. Okay. Replicated bytes FFDB8EOO. FDB, let's see. Alright, so this should be our object structure that just got created. Actually, no, that's not. That's our selector. Okay. It's going to create all 4 sides of our selector right here. This should be the last and 4th time that it goes through there. Okay, good. That's creating our 1 or 2. It's all good. Okay, so that is not where our character objects are being made. So right now we're in the input check, so it's just going to loop from here. Oh, there we go. That's right. I have the... okay. Let's see if this is it. Replicate. Okay, so yeah, this is probably it. These two are... let's see. Spawn. Spawn fighter 2, no control 2. So this should be the second one. Okay, so we should... this should get us where we need to go. Okay, cool. So, let's see, that's going to create our character. Yep, let's going to set up our character, and I'm going to say 102 B490. Yes, this should be... that should be our object for our player, our fighter. Let's see, is it CO? Yeah, CO, so. B550 should hold. Okay, so that's at 50 as well. Alright, so let's do this. Let's do... this updates the character layer in bulk from the master segment in A8, so that'll be good. But I don't remember if it's... if it's AO that we need to use for our... let's see, FFC8 3400. Set character layer. There we go. That's what we want. Alright, so this is just going to set the second character behind the first character, and we should be good to go. Should fix that little mix-up. Let's try it. Okay, yeah, that looks better. Much better, much better. Okay, another problem fixed. Now, what I could do also is we can go through here and when we select our first player, we can make that player go behind the second character at that point. So we'll do win pose after selection. Jump, select screen, do win pose. These reptiles, show me. I can show you reptile in a minute. Let me finish this thought here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is so at 4E. Set character layer both. Okay, so this should set it right behind the second one. Assuming AO is not used for any important reason after that, we should be fine. Alright, let's see now after we select our first character if the second character is moved to the front. Ah, looks like we have a little bit of a problem there. Looks like Liu Kang's legs have higher priority for some reason. I know I fixed his wind pose, but it dealt with his pants here, so that looks okay. Let's do. Let's just try 40. It's not a big deal. And how high did his pants go for priority? Let me see something here. We got here miscellaneous adjustments, animation adjustments, Kang Win pose. Let's follow this. Fix pocket pooling Kang. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. Sure, Mavi. As long as it's not asking me to extend my vehicle's current warranty, we'll be alright. Alright, let me see something here. FFC 4880. Calculate animation ID. So that is the original one. I don't know why I didn't have that, but so what I'm going to do here is we're going to write that back. And then we'll see if our problem still persists. I'm guessing not. What I'm guessing is after that fix with that portion on Kang for his win pose, it just cut off the rest of the segments below him and they're not being updated properly. So I have to visit the Liu Kang win pose fix and see what's going on there if that's the case. It is. Okay. Alright, so Dinko, what's up, dude? Dark Con character. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I've never played MK versus DC, so I have no opinion on that. What's up, Mariano? Nice of you to join. It's been a while since I've seen you. Let's see here. Okay, we were looking into the Liu Kang. Okay, so that last fix for the characters changing layers when you go to your secondary character, that works with the exception of Liu Kang's lower legs. That's because we put a little fix in there for his correction on his win pose. But we will look into that right now and see what's going on there. Fix it the right way, I guess. Hopefully. If not, not a big deal. Did I not build it? I didn't build it. That's why it's not updated. You wake up because of quarantine? Nah. You woke up because you drank too much last night. That's why. Ah, good. That's good, man. No, that's good. Can't imagine it being too fun living in a bottle. Alright, so let's see. Lower table 6, the index that doesn't hide Kang's hands. Table 6 doesn't hide. Oh, so this comes after. Okay. Okay, so you should be able to just do. What are we doing? Like 40 on it? Or. You just have to lower this to match it, that's all. So if we would just do 40, because I think this is actually, this correction is running after the fact. So let's do that. Let's see what this does. Alright, let's see. Well, I mean, no offense, Mavi, but I just don't like just opening strange files from strangers, so that's another reason. And I've never heard of that file, so I don't think I can help you with that. Looks like we're fixed, but I didn't realize what. I didn't pay attention to Kang's wind pose. Make sure it's so good. Ah, I see. So we have. See, why is 4F? That's interesting. Let me do a quick fix real fast. I'm gonna see something. Okay. So this is, no, that's obviously got to be assigned. Let me see. Okay, so we're good there. You go. Oh, really? You get points based on your health and time left after the match, after the one round. So we'll go that route. I really like the way it was in MK2. So I guess that'll do it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time on MK Plus hacking. Have a good day.